Today we're going to make the kissing ball. What you'll need for the kissing ball is a brick of Oasis, and I cut this into thirds so it comes out like this. And then I took chicken wire and wrapped it, and then added a hook. And then I also have a fish swivel on here too, so I can spin it all around as I'm making it. It makes it a lot easier. I have some pre-cut stuff already. I like to use the Fraser fir because it does hold up really well. Even if it was inside, it does hold up really well. And this I pre-soaked already, so it is wet, and it'll help maintain the moisture in the needles of the evergreens that I'm using. So about 3 inches long is what I cut these pieces to. And before I shove them in the Oasis, I like to take the bottom pieces off because otherwise they won't make contact with that Oasis. I also like to make my point so I can kind of see the circumference of the kissing ball. So once I get those points made, I'm just going to keep on filling in with the Fraser fir. I will use some other greens later on, but this is the main point of the kissing ball. And you use a lot of little pieces, and they don't look like a circle until the very end. Okay, so now that I'm at this point, this is all the Fraser I'm going to use. And as you can see, I try to make it as circular as possible. I don't like to cut at the end because I do like the little tips on the end of the Fraser fir. But I will fill in some of these. Maybe you see some holes with some different kinds of greens like the white pine. They kind of spread out really nicely. And remember, once you shove it in the Oasis, it's hard to shove it out and put it back in. So try to find that right length before you shove it into that Oasis. And you don't need a lot of this. And if you use a lot of it, it doesn't really make a lot of contact with the Oasis. So I was trying to just work it through my Fraser here. About 8 pieces of white pine. And the other one that I like to use to add a different texture is the white cedar. And I actually kind of like this one extended a little bit out of the circle. And voila, a kissing ball. Now that I'm done, I'm going to use something called wilt stop to help hold the moisture in the needles before I decorate it. Kind of adds a little shine to it. I have pre-done these already on picks, my berries and my bows. So these are going to be my tails that I'm going to poke up with the floral pick. And then I also have some berries that add a little bit of color all the way around. Just kind of keep on spinning it. And then I also wanted to add some gold because I did have some gold in that bow. I also have some loops on those floral picks, and I'm just going to stick right in there to make it look like there is a bow on the top. There we go. I'll finish. I would try to keep this outside if I could, because once you put this outside, it'll freeze in like a popsicle because this Oasis already is wet right now. If you did want it in a room, I would continue to water this Oasis because it will help keep it getting moisture to the needles. But it is done with Fraser, which does maintain its needles really well throughout the season. so I can kind of see the circumference of the kissing ball. So all my east, west, south, north points, bottom tops. Keep on filling it in. And then probably stop. You have to put it outside. This is on the right side.
How do you water it?
You said water the oasis.
How do you water it? Just pour it over the sink? Spray bottle? Missed it?
No. You have to put it outside. And if you really want it to be a kissing ball, add some mistletoe to the bottom.
It's really low.
You have to put it outside. And then probably stop, huh? What do you think?
Yeah.